Welcome back to Half-Life 2. This chapter is going to be a bit on the short side because, once again, it's story time. This is me contemplating whether to take these barrels inside because there is a person we're about to meet who I do not particularly like.
We've got something. Okay, it's human. Hello? Take it easy in there. You're safe now. You'll have to forgive the scanning process. We can't take any chances. Dr. Freeman? Gordon Freeman? Is that you? You've made it here this quickly. Well, Eli is going to be amazed, not to mention relieved. I'm Dr. Mossman, Dr. Judith Mossman. I've been hearing about you since long before the Black Mesa incident. Oh, Black Mesa. I do so envy you working with Eli and Dr. Kleiner when they were at the top of their field. Ah, there we go. You can come through now. I'll take you down to Eli right away. He would never forgive me if I kept you waiting.
In fact, she's so determined not to keep Eli waiting that she'll blow through every single obstacle in her path. Quite remarkable, really.
We could certainly use the extra help around here. We've covered a lot of ground in the last few months, but things would go so much faster if we had more people with your training. We're closing in on a reliable local teleport technology. Something the Combine still hasn't mastered. Eli thinks their portals are string-based, similar to our Calabi-Yau model, but they've failed to factor in the dark energy equations. They can tunnel through from their universe, but once they're here, they're dependent on local transportation. If they knew what we were doing with entanglement... Oh. Listen to me. I sound like a postdoc. I'm just so excited to think that we'll finally have the chance to work together.
Oh yeah, I'm thrilled. Anyway, there's a little Easter egg if we do a little bit of cheating over here. You see, there's this guy. He's got a very special gift. It won't be immediately apparent, but just wait for it. Yes, he's about to get to a stopping point, and then... Yeah, right here. Yes, you see, this fellow here is a caricature of famed illusionist David Blaine, well known for his tricks of levitation. It's all, of course, smoke and mirrors, but evidently they found it impressive enough to give him a little cameo in this game. That's kind of fun. Alrighty then, so where was I?
Oh, yes. Dr. Kleiner compressed the Zen relay far beyond anything he imagined at Black Mesa. We figured out how to use Zen as an unexpressed axis, effectively a dimensional slingshot, so we can swing around the border world and come back in local space without having to pass through. Oh, here's Eli now.
All right, good. Keep right on.
Eli, look who I found in the airlock.
Gordon Freeman. Let me get a look at you, man. My God, you haven't changed one iota. How do you do it? Now, let's see. The last time I saw you, I sent you up for help after the resonance cascade. I never thought it would take you this long to get back to me. Welcome to the lab, anyway. It's not Black Mesa, but it served us well enough.
It's going to be a lot more like Black Mesa with Gordon here to help.
Oh,
Right
you didn't
are.
just say that.
MIT graduates are few and far between these days. We'll get you out of that hazard suit and back into your lab coat where you belong.
Let me just finish up some work and I'll see what I can dig up. Dr. Freeman, it's been a real honor. I'm looking forward to working together.
Charmed.
Feel free to look around.
So, yeah, we're basically set free at this point. Just kind of look at some things, we can get little comments on them. So, for instance...
We're still not sure what that does. Alex brings in the strangest things.
Strange indeed. You see, this here is a cremator, a cut content enemy that would be going around battlefields and cleaning up bodies.
You remember my wife, Ozian, don't you? That picture and Alex were all I managed to carry out of Black Mesa.
Considering how Alex is 24 years old, that means that the Black Mesa incident occurred almost exactly 20 years ago.
This whole vile business now. He ended the 7 Hours War by managing Earth's surrender. The Combine rewarded him with power.
These newspaper articles also talk about the portal storms and the 7 Hours War. Basically, when we killed the Nihilith in Half-Life 1, it opened up a series of portals on Earth, and it ended up just spilling out Zen creatures into our planet. And then, well, the Combine came, and you know the rest.
I said you were here. I can't believe you made it so quickly on foot.
I believe he broke your record, honey.
Well, he earned it. I guess you proved you can handle yourself out there.
There's nothing Gordon can't handle, with the possible exception of you.
Dad, please.
Yeah, the game's going this direction, and it's not going to be subtle about it. I don't mind a romantic plot arc per se, it's just that, I don't know. There's just something about Gordon that has zero chemistry involved at all. Like, this is a problem with the series in general, but Gordon is basically an empty shell. Someone with zero personality except that which is attributed to him by other people. Also, hey, good job pointing at that motherboard there, Alex. Real top-notch work. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's, I don't really feel like there's any actual, organic anything going on with Gordon and Alex, and I'll gripe about it in future updates. But enough of that, here's some more plot.
Alex, I thought you were on watch.
The Vortigaunts relieved me so I could come see Gordon. Anyway, I should be in here working on the portal.
I have the repairs well in hand. Someone misjudged the capacity of the Combine thyristor.
Are you blaming me?
No, not at all. It was a calculation error, not a mechanical problem.
Then maybe you should let me do the calculations next time, as well as installing it.
Alex, really? Sometimes I think you deliberately misunderstand me.
Alex, why don't you take Gordon along and give him some practice with the gravity gun?
Sure. Come on, Gordon. Let's go have some fun.
The zero-point energy field manipulator is not a toy, Alex.
Ugh, let's get out of here.
By the way, you might be noticing that I've been keeping myself mostly respectful to the plot so far, but that doesn't really matter. Like, this game, it doesn't actually care at all what Gordon does. In fact, I could just be, dead, for instance. And the game doesn't even have any sort of failure case in case that the player should drop dead right in front of them. And you might think, well, why would they make you, react any to people being dead? After all, this is supposed to be like a non-combat chapter, but the fact of the matter is, you can die. Like, you can absolutely bomb yourself with grenades, and then you'll just be lying there dead on the floor, and nobody will say anything. Nobody will even react any differently.
Sure. Come on, Gordon. Let's go have some fun.
I can't. I'm dead.
It is not a toy, Alex.
Ugh, let's get out of here.
See you in a little while, Gordon.
Well, that's ominous.
So I see you've met Dr. Mossman. She's one of the main reasons I spend so much time outside. You should hear her drone on about how it should have been her in the Black Mesa test chamber that day. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking behind her back. It just gets a bit claustrophobic down here. That's the old passage to Ravenholm. We don't go there anymore. We used to be able to go right up there to Ravenholm. It was an old mining town inhabited by some escapees from City 17. Believe me, that tunnel is sealed for a reason.
Yeah, there is a very good reason why we don't go to Ravenholm. Actually, it's kind of interesting how my attempts to break this chapter have resulted in me seeing a lot of dialogue that I would never have seen before. Like, usually I just kind of wait at the mouth of the tunnel and then I don't go in at all. Didn't even realize you could get any additional dialogue by doing that. Now, we're about to be coming across a very important part of the game. We're about to get a weapon that will define the entire rest of the series, and, in some ways, gaming itself going forward.
So, here we are. The scrapyard. This is a gravity gun my father was talking about. You can call it the zero-point energy field manipulator if you really want to. It's designed for handling hazardous materials, but we mainly use it for heavy lifting. Give it a try.
If they realized just how much of an impact this game would have, I don't think they would have handed this away so casually. This is the gravity gun, and this will be our mainstay weapon for the rest of the game.
The secondary trigger lets you grab things. You can throw them with the primary. Once you've picked something up, you can drop it gently by pressing your secondary trigger again. Pick up some stuff and toss it.
Basically, if the gravity gun doesn't work for you, then nothing in this game is going to work. Everything is about the physics. And this is the physics gun.
Stuff over from a distance. Try grabbing those barrels from that ledge up there.
You might have seen similar things in, say, BioShock, Control, Dead Space. This weapon here was the inspiration for countless games that use some sort of a telekinesis or physics gun or just general, like, physics manipulation weapons. And it's like, I don't know even how to say, like, it is...
He loves to play fetch.
Well, after this.
Good doggy. Gordon, this is Dog. My dad built him to protect me when I was a kid. First model was about yay high. I've been adding to him ever since. Haven't I, boy? Okay, Dog, let's play catch with Gordon. You'll need to use the gravity gun. Go ahead, Dog. Throw!
I can't really say that I'm too impressed with Dog. Basically everything about this model is entirely like pre-canned animations. The actual Dog AI, the only thing that it's capable of doing is picking up and throwing things. That's its idle routine. Everything else that you'll see it do throughout the game is just, well, something that they designed for it to do in a scripted occasion. So, Dog is going to be very impressive throughout the game, but I don't know, like, as I said before, you can really see the strings.
Dog, go get your ball!
So one thing you're going to be seeing me try for here is there's actually an achievement for launching this ball through that basketball hoop. And, well, it's taken me a lot of practice, but I think I've more or less figured out a way to do this. I say as I keep missing. There we go. By the way, a little bit of background information, I guess. Originally, Eli and Alex were not meant to be related. Alex was actually the daughter of a Colonel Vance, leader of the human resistance, and Eli was just a scientist working in a scrapyard.
When I told you Dog liked to play fetch, I didn't tell you who'd be fetching, did I?
No, I don't suppose you did. So, a bit of background information about Alex, actually. Her voice actress is Merla Dandridge, who, prior to performing in Half-Life 2, was a Chicago theater performer, and she's since gotten a number of roles, both in acting and in voice acting. And she's had a remarkable career.
No, Dog! No, boy! Down! Put that down! What is it, Dog? Oh my god, what was that? Scanners!
Oh boy. Yep, this is looking a lot like Black Mesa now. A lot like Black Mesa. I suppose this was kind of inevitable. After all, we had like a million camera things and helicopters chasing after us. Did we just kind of forget about that? I guess we did.
Dad! It's Alex, do you read?
Alex! Honey,
What's going on in there?
where are you, Alex?
We're in the scrapyard airlock, stuck in a full auto cycle.
Is Gordon still with you?
He's right here.
Good. I want you to
Dad?
take Gordon out of here. Head for the coast. Do not go through Rafe.
Dad? Dad! Damn it! Dog, open the airlock. Get us out of here. Hurry, now! Tear it apart if you have to. Just get it open.
Once again, it looks impressive, but it's all canned. I hate to bring you down like this.
Come on, Gordon.
Anyway, you ready for a big old fight scene? Well, you get to eat shit, son.
Gordon, you need to get out of here. I can't leave my father. Dog, take Gordon to the Ravenholm tunnel, then circle around and try to meet up with me. Hurry!
Yeah, after all that hubbub about how we're not going to go to Ravenholm, you should absolutely not go to Ravenholm. You probably could tell that we were going to go to Ravenholm. It was sort of inevitable. Well, anyway, see ya, dog. Have fun kicking all kinds of pre-scripted ass. Meanwhile, we got ourselves, well, yeah, this next chapter might not end up being very pleasant, but, well, it's going to be a very good time in order to test out our new friend, the gravity gun. I'm not really sure how I'm going to be doing the next chapter. Like, it's very, different. But I guess that's a concern for future me, really. So, I guess I'll be seeing you next time as we make our way through the reputed Ravenholm. I'm sure it won't be nearly as bad as anyone's saying that it is. Surely. Yeah.